Shalom. First, I'm going to start by giving all honor, praise, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rechak Wadash. Double honors unto the elders, apostles, and bishops of GMS. Great millstone will rule well, teach, and edify. And Shalom unto you, hopeful elect Akim and Akwat in this household of faith. My name is Yeshaya. Right. Back at y'all bros in the spirit, to do another exhortation video, Lord willing, is edifying. Going into this, I was reading this earlier. 1 Thessalonians, the 4th chapter. I'm going to go get up here to I'm pretty sure it's the 4th. All right, so this is really going into the fornication, which is spiritual adultery on the Lord. When you got Jake out here following these false gods and false religions and the false prophets, right? But then under it, when you get a little bit of the post text, it tells you that in verse 4 that every one of you should know how to possess his vessel in sanctification and honor, right? And what is this vessel? This earthen body that we've been bestowed upon from the Heavenly Father, right? Because we're angels, right? But as of right now, we're locked in these bodies, these chains of darkness, pursuing to Jude 1 and 6. And the angels, which is us, which kept not their first estate, but left their own habitation, he hath reserved in everlasting chains under darkness unto the day of the great judgment. So until that day where the Lord Yahweh Shai comes back, to reset this place, we are going to be reserved into these bodies. That's why it says, in everlasting chains under darkness into the judgment. These everlasting chains unto the darkness, pursue to the fact that these bodies can die. They're shackled to darkness. They're shackled to evil. They're shackled to fucking the flesh and the things that are of the flesh. That's why you see the Apostle Paul talk about it in Romans the 7th chapter. Oh, I wretched man, right? These bodies do the things that you don't want them to do, even though you should do them, and they don't. Romans the 7th chapter, man, doing the things that you shouldn't do, but not doing the things that you should at the end of the day, right? And that's a cause of these earthen bodies that we reside in, right? So with that being said, understanding that, you need to keep under your body, right? Pursuant to that 1 Corinthians, the 9th chapter, one of my favorite exhortation chapters, really those last few verses going into, right now we're running a race, man. Run with the intention to win, right? We're not fucking shadow boxing, punching at the air for vain shit, bro. We're out here really fighting and pursuing a crown of immortality, right? An incorruptible crown, as it says, right? So with that being said, know how to control your fucking body. Know how to control your fucking vessel, right? That'll be the destruction of a lot of fucking Jakes out here, man. That has been too. Not knowing how to control your fucking vessel, bro. We're in a land right now, for the most part, most of the brothers being, heavily in America, right? Where this land has every type of fucked up thing that you can even think about. You got adulterous bitches everywhere, right? And adultery is one of those things that'll kill you, man. You got covetousness, man. You got fucking idolaters everywhere. There's a fucking church on every corner. That Roman Catholic church, that false prophet, it's everywhere. And it's put all up in our faces, man. And it's, the Lord has shown us what's right and what's wrong. You see? Right? The Lord has shown us that, hey, man, that's incorrect. And the Lord has shown us what is correct. Right? So with that being said, man, take heed to the advice that we've been given, man. Take heed to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Watch this, bro. Reading in verse 3. Actually, man, we'll start at the top. Furthermore, then we beseech you, brethren, exhort you by the Lord Yahweh Shai, that as ye have received of us, how ye ought to walk, and to please Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, so ye would abound more and more. Right? So to please the Lord. We learned how to walk, and now we're trying our best to walk in a way that that is pleasing unto the Lord. For you know what commandments we gave you by the Lord Yahweh Shai, which is, our duty to follow these laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of our ability, pursuant to Ecclesiastes, the 12th and 13th verse, the 12th chapter and the 13th verse, man, the whole duty of man, right? You get that in Judges, rehearse ye the righteous acts to the best of your abilities, man. We're really out here trying to rehearse the righteous acts, as the scriptures say, right? We are really out here trying to rehearse the righteous acts. You know, putting on that nature that we once had. But the thing about Jake is that they'll come to the Lord and then they'll fall away. And then they'll come to the Lord and then they'll fall away. Reading through the book of Judges. Doing right and then fucking up instantly. Doing right and then fucking up. We'll be cool for like 50 years, bro. You know, and that's the fucked up nature of Jake, man. All right, but guess what, man? We're on our last fuck up and get right. You know, right now we're looking into get right forever. You read in Daniel the 7th chapter, you know, on the latter end of it in the 20s, talking about that kingdom and dominion, giving power and glory forever and ever, you know. You know, we're going to be given power and glory and rulership in a kingdom wherein dwelleth righteousness, as the scriptures say. A kingdom wherein dwelleth righteousness, right? And the scriptures also tell you that, you know, affliction shall not rise up again, right? We're not going to have to deal with these bodies that we're in right now. And you got those precepts that tell you, you know, you shall be changed in the twinkling of an eye. We're not going to be in the same fucking bodies that we are in right now, right? You ain't going to have no fucking eat 2 tacos, stomach bubbling up like you got to blow down fucking Iraq, you know? We ain't going to have this headache popping up in the middle. We ain't going to have fucking acne and shit, bullshit fucking food, man. You ain't going to have that easy weight gain, you know, eat 2 fucking pieces of ice, you gain 5 pounds. Like this, we're not going to be in these fucking bodies, man. We're not going to be in these bodies to get these crooked ass thoughts. Because even the scriptures tell you a forward thought, you know, is a transgression of the law, man. A fucked up thought is a transgression of the law. Right? In the kingdom, we ain't going to have that shit. You ain't going to have demons whispering in you. You're like, man, fuck you, right? Ultimately, man, those angels and demons are going to be in subjection because, and demons, really the unclean spirits, which is, you know, on the left-hand side of the Lord, are going to be in subjection unto us, man, right? Because, you know, the scriptures say, know ye not that you're to judge angels, right? In the kingdom, you're going to be judging over angels. You're going to be ruling over angels, man. Angels going to be looking up to the elect, right? Lord willing, we those men, but, you know, with that being said, understand that the weight of the position that we're in right now and what we're trying to pursue, right, this is not a light thing, right? So, reading on, for this is the will of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, even your sanctification, that you should abstain from fornication, serving other gods, man. And when you have that, you see Jake, that always fucking do that. They always fucking do that. They always resort back to some JC shit. You have some fucking Jakes that you know, claim I'm no longer a Hebrew Israelite. Are you fucking retarded? You know, and that's just those guys, you know, and you try not to get too mad at it, but it's still like, are you fucking stupid? Like, for real, you know? Like, what the fuck? You know, and you got the 5 wise and the 5 unwise virgins, man. You know, ultimately, man, we seek to be those wise virgins that have our oil with us, man. Our lamps ready to trim. So when the Lord come back, we ready to go. All right, we ready, we prepared. Let's get the fuck out of Dodge, man. You know, not gonna be sitting there stuck with our fucking pants down, wondering what the fuck is gonna happen. Because the scriptures tell you, man. You know, when the Lord come back, you got these motherfuckers calling on false gods and all that. Hey, go call unto your gods. You know, see if they gonna do something for you. All right, they ain't gonna do shit. Not a fucking JC. Fuck a JC, man. Fuck JC. All right? Fuck him. Fuck him. All right? And fuck the Roman Catholic Church, bro. Fuck that shit. It's all fucking garbage. Right? But, you know, you got to have the eye to see it. The Lord got to bring you out of the spirit to see that. And you know, this is an exhortation video, really, how to control your spirit and understand the evil that is around about us, man. And that's what's so heavy here in Babylon the Great. So I ain't trying to get too far off topic. Reading in the 4th verse, that every one of you should know how to possess his vessel in sanctification and honor. And let's get that word for sanctification. It says consecration, purification. What does the scripture say that this word is? This word is pure, right? You can get that in Psalms 119, I believe. Yeah, Psalms 12 too. The words of the Lord, Yahweh, are pure words, as silver tried in a furnace of earth, purified 7 times. The words of the Lord. So how do you really achieve that purification that this is talking about here? How do you receive that? Sanctification. Sanctification. How to possess his vessel in purification and sanctification. Does the scriptures not tell you in John the 3rd chapter in the 3rd verse? Eventually. Come on, man. Come on, man. Anyways, bro. You get that John 3:3 says that, and Yahushua answered the son, saying, verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born again, he cannot see the kingdom of Yahushua. And that's what we're achieving to do. We're trying to purify ourselves, be born again, bro, through the spirit of Yahushua, as well as through his spirit of his tender mercies, man. Right? Mercies have been given unto us that are not in our hands, bro. We're literally working completely and solely through the spirit and power of Yahushua. It is so merciful that each day that we wake up, we are in this truth. Understand the mercy that's been bestowed upon you. There's some niggas, bro, that woke up on some mo shit this morning. There's some niggas that woke up with no legs, no eyes, and no fucking arms, right? You know, shit could get worse. There's motherfuckers that wake up, you know, and just don't even do shit with their life, bro. There's nothing. They do nothing. Wake up, turn on the TV, and start crunching on some Cheetos and shit. All right? In Proverbs 30:5, every word of Yahushua is pure. He's a shield unto them that put their trust in him, right? So the Lord protects us, man. And I want to get Psalms 119 and 40. This is pretty fire. It says, thy word is very pure, therefore thy servant love it, right? Loveth it. And there's only certain men that are going to love it, because the scriptures say the world hated the Lord, man. In that John 15, I believe, right? The world hates Yahushua, man. They love JC. They love their own selves. They love fucking Esau. But they hate the truth. They hate Yahushua. They despise him. Think about it. Even Jake themselves, man. Some of the motherfuckers got that Barabbas spirit on them, bro. You tell Jake about the Lord Yahushua and how JC is not real, and these motherfuckers gonna have a whole flip out on you, bro. They gonna act like a house nigga. Hey, somebody come get this, you know, like, man, type of nigga, bro. But fuck them, right? I'm small and despised, yet do not I forget thy precepts. So that's what we're trying to achieve right now. Know how to control your body and your spirit, man. And that's ultimately through, you know, experience. You know, you get that Romans the 5th chapter. You know, in tribulations, knowing that tribulation worketh patience, patience experience, and experience hope. And that's, you know, that whole developmental process of how we go about this truth, man. It's gradual. As it says in James, let patience have her perfect work. You know, so it's going to take time to get to, you know, certain levels in this truth, of course. You know, and then that's why you have not a novice lifted up with pride, lest you fall into the condemnation of the devil. You know, because you got to go on the Lord's timing, forcing not the course of the river. But at the same time, you have to have that mindset and that mentality to control over your fucking mind as a man. You know, one of the most beautiful things, you know, when I first, you know, crossed to the camp, this brother Abayaba from the DC church, a beautiful brother. Yahbashim Yahshai Barakatah, the Wadi Yahbashim Yahshai for that brother, right? He said one thing that stuck with me like glue. And ever since then, each day that I've been in this, you know, truth on a better level than I was at, I've been thinking about it. Every fucking day, I'm really meditating on how to win and succeed today. He said to me, you need to learn how to control your mind. You need to learn how to control your mind. And that's one of those, you know, basketball, you got a hesitation move. You know, that's like you know, and then you can go anywhere with that. You need to know how to control your mind. And what is that pursuit to? You can be better with fasts. You can be better with these scriptures. You can be a better fucking disciplined man. You can be better in all elements of your life. You need to learn to master your fucking mind, right? Because, you know, Christianity is a happy-go-lucky type of place. You know, it'll tell you, you know, come as you come and we'll accept you for who the fuck you are and it's going to be great and this and that. Or the world be like, come over here, man. You know, make money your God. Come chase this money. You know, be bad bitches all over the place and fucking nice sports cars and shit. Right? Super nice houses. This world is tempting. Right? The scriptures even say, you know, they would deceive the very elect if it were possible, you know, roughly paraphrasing that. You know, this fucking place sells probably the most fucking dreams ever, bro. Babylon the Great selling dreams like a motherfucker, bro. But guess what? You got to have that spirit and rule over your mind and constantly praying to the Lord to keep you in the right mindset to do the right thing. Each day, man, growing weary not in good works, as it says in Galatians 6:9. Growing weary not in doing good works, man. Roughly paraphrasing, like, we got to continue to do the right thing. Think the right way. Have the right path. Mind the things of the spirit. This is a spiritual thing, right? And there's going to be a lot of fucking distractions, but at the same time, you need to know how to possess his vessel in sanctification and honor, man. And I pray this lesson was edifying. When last to give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rachak Wadash, Shalom and Galak to